Hi everyone. So today I am going to be talking about how quality takes time. Maybe you're waiting on something to happen, and maybe you had in your mind, it's gonna take a while, but you had a set time, like okay, maybe it might just take 1 year, 2 year, or 1 month, 2 months, but it's taking longer than that, and you're feeling like, okay, you know what? Why is it taking so long? And you tend to wonder, is it even gonna happen anymore? But I want to encourage you to know that something of quality takes time. It doesn't just think. Because let's say, for example, right, God is working on something for you, and you're like, okay, God, you know what? I'm waiting on this thing. When is it gonna come? And you're sitting there waiting. It's like, when is it gonna come? And it's taking long. But God is like, I'm not done yet, and He's working on it. And you feel like, but why is it taking so long? It shouldn't be taking that long. But maybe you have this one image in your head of, okay, this is what I want. If I get this, I'll just be satisfied with this. But God wants to give you something of quality. He doesn't just want to put together something, or just put this here, put it there, and they just give it to you. He wants to give you something of quality, which takes a while. Like they talk about the process of a diamond, which doesn't happen within a year or so. It happens over a process of time. But when it's done and it comes out, it's like a beautiful diamond, right? But it didn't take it 2 days to get there. It took it a while to get there. And even the pearls they talk about, that is in the ocean. It's because of different things that come together, but it takes a while before those things actually turn into that pearl that we get. So those things, even though we might get it and it seemed like just a pearl, it took a while to be made, because it was something of quality. And that's why we gotta pay so much for it. And even, let's say, for example, look at God as our parent, or the thing that we're waiting on, as we're waiting on our food, right? For example, and we're sitting there, we're hungry, so we're waiting, or we're excited for this cake, or this rice, or whatever we're waiting on, that is being cooked, and we're waiting on this thing. But it somehow, it's like you're hungry, or you're excited, and you're feeling kind of impatient because you want this thing. Let's say you're baking a cake and you put a cake in the oven. you know you're excited for the cake, right? But are you going to go and take that cake out of the oven when it's half cooked? you know you can take it out of the oven when it's half cooked. You can, right? But if you do that, you know is it going to taste as good as it should? Are you going to enjoy it as you would if you had allowed it to be complete? Even with cooking of food, when the food is cooking, you don't go, well, okay, maybe some people do that, but you don't go and take the food out half cooked and eat it, right? Because it doesn't taste as cooked. Even like sometimes, for example, if something is hot and I try eating it when it's hot because I'm so hungry, or I'm excited to taste what it tastes like, and I eat it, it burns my mouth, and I don't enjoy it that way, or it don't taste. I find when it's really, really hot, it doesn't taste as good as it would when it warms down, when I wait, and I have patience and I wait. So it's kind of like that. Whatever you're waiting on, if it's a job, if it's an opportunity, you're waiting for this business to take off, you're waiting for this opportunity to come, whatever you're waiting on, it's not you're not wasting time, and God is still working on it. It might feel as if nothing is happening because you don't see anything happening, but things are happening. Trust me, things are happening. Because what do you think happens when you there, and then all of a sudden something happened? It's like, wow, look how this happened, and how did this happen? And I don't even know, it just happened. You think it just happened. It didn't just happen. It was in the process of being of coming to pass. All this time that you were waiting, it's just that you couldn't see a physical process, but trust me, you know it's gonna be worth your wait. It's gonna be something of quality, something that's gonna last if you wait. you know when you're building something, right? Let's say you just do bam 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 and you knock up something and it's done. How long does it last? But if you when you want something to last, then you find it taking a while, but when it's done, it's good. It's really good. It's firm. It's quality. You know, you took your time to make sure that you check to make sure this piece is in order. This part is where it's supposed to be. You take your time and you make sure these things are done because you want something done well. When a contractor is working on your house or working on something, you don't want him to come in and just say, all right, just put this up here, put this up there, put it in. You're gonna question him, right? You're gonna be like, you sure that this is the way this thing's supposed to be? You sure this thing is done properly? Because you wonder how it's finished so fast, right? You know, because you're thinking if it's supposed to be done properly, then it should take a while, but it didn't take a while. So you're wondering, you know, if he did a good job, you know, or she did a good job. Girls can be contracted too. Anyway, if she did a good, or he did a good job, because, you know, it finished so fast. And that is the same thing with these other things in our lives that we're waiting on. You know, it may take a while, but it's worth your wait. And sometimes when it feels like if you can't wait, cause that happens, you know, I'm not gonna be as if, you know, oh, just wait and that's it, it's the end of it. It's gonna be challenging to wait, but you can do it. Not all things that are possible is easy to do, you know. And Paul talks about how he can do all things through Christ who strengthens him. And he wasn't just talking about, you know, winning a race or, you know, being the best of this or the best of that. Even being content, like, you know what, this is all I have, but God is going to help me to be content with this for now. You know, he's going to provide more later. He's going to help me to be content with this, or he's going to help me to wait. I know I'm supposed to wait. It's not easy for me to wait, but God, I pray that you'd help me to wait, you know, and we trust him to help us through the process. You think he doesn't know it's going to be challenging for us, but he also, you know, welcomes us asking for help. He don't say, you know, all right, this is what you're going to go through, but don't even think about asking me for help, because as soon as you do that, it's over, you know. Or when you ask for help, he gets upset with you. No, God wants us to come to him. He wants us to communicate with him, you know, to talk with him. He knows everything. He knows you so well. He knows you better than you know yourself. He knows what you can handle. And you might feel as if, you know, okay, you know what, God, I thought I could have waited on this thing, but this is so hard. I don't think I can do this. But God won't allow it to happen, or allow you to be waiting on something that he knows you can't wait for. He knows you can do it, right? And it talks about us being able to do all things through Christ who strengthens us. It never said us being able to do all things through our own ability or our own strength, through Christ. So, you know, sometimes you feel weak, or you feel like, okay, you know what, I'm having a weak moment, because I feel like it goes up and down. Sometimes you feel like, okay, I can do this, I can do it, and you feel so, you know, driven, you can do anything. And then there are times like, I don't think I can do this, you know. So when you feel like that, just go to God and tell God, dear Lord, I'm having a weak moment. I pray that you'd help me through this moment, you know, to keep going and not to give up, because I know what you have in store and what you're working on is worth it, and I don't want to miss out on it. So help me to wait, you know. Ask him. You know, it's okay to be to put your weaknesses out to God, and even if you don't tell him about it, he knows about it. He created you. He knows everything about you, you know. So anyway, I pray that this was encouraging to you, and that it encourages you to wait on the quality that God has for you, and not settle for anything less than God's best. You know, God has so much in store, so much. And I know it's challenging, it's hard to wait. It is. I'm not going to say that, okay, you know what, you just wait. It is challenging to wait. But God is willing to help us to wait, and we can do it. You're going to look back after it comes to pass. You're going to look back and say, wow, you know, and at that point it's going to seem as if already. But while you're going through it, it seems as if it's taking years and years and years to come to pass. But you can do it. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. All things. Not just, you know, pass your test or win a race. You can learn to wait through Christ who strengthens you. You can do it. I believe you can do it. And if I can do it, you can do it. If Paul can do it, we can do it. Okay? Anyway, thank you for watching, and I see you in my next video. Bye.